This is the true story about a young woman's terrifying late-night drive that turned into a battle for her life. It was late. The moon hung faintly behind thick clouds, and the road wound through a forest that seemed to whisper in the darkness. Lisa was driving home after a party, her eyes heavy, her thoughts still swirling with fragments of music and laughter. The road was empty, except for branches scattered across it, as if a storm had dumped them there. There was no way around them. With a sigh, Lisa pulled over, leaving her headlights on to light the way as she cleared the road. The beams cast sharp shadows on the trees lining the road. Working quickly, she began dragging the branches to the side. Halfway through, she thought she heard something. A faint sound, like footsteps or maybe even breathing. She froze, looking around. Nothing. "Get a grip, Lisa," she whispered to herself, and went back to work. But the unease wouldn't leave her, like shadows pressing closer behind her back. When she was done, she hurried back to the car, slamming the door shut with a firm click. As she started the engine, her eyes flicked to the rearview mirror. For a split second, she thought she saw something move in the back seat, but then it was gone. A shadow? A trick of the light? She shook her head. "You're just tired," she muttered. Just then, a pair of bright headlights appeared in her rearview mirror. A car was behind her, following far too closely. Her stomach twisted. She pressed the gas. The car behind her matched her speed. When she slowed, it slowed, sticking so close it was almost touching her bumper. Her heart pounded in her chest. Who was it? What did they want? Fumbling, she grabbed her phone and called her best friend, Ava. Her voice was shaky with panic. "Eva, there's someone following me. They've been on my tail for miles. What should I do?" "Stay calm," Eva said, though her voice was tight with concern. "Drive to a busy area and stop there. If it gets worse, I'll call the police. Text me in 10 minutes, okay?" Lisa swallowed hard and nodded, even though Eva couldn't see her. "Okay." Taking a sharp turn, Lisa headed for a gas station. It was closed but brightly lit. She pulled into the lot and parked, her hands clammy as they gripped the steering wheel. The other car pulled in behind her. The driver stepped out. He was a tall man in a heavy coat, his face partially obscured by shadows. He strode toward her car, yelling, "Get away from the car, now!" Lisa's heart skipped a beat. What was he talking about? What was going on? "I just want to know why you're following me," she shouted back, her voice trembling. The man waved his arms frantically. "There's someone in your back seat. Get away from the car." The words hit her like a punch to the gut. Her breath caught as she slowly turned her head to look at the back seat. Through the window, she saw movement. A dark shape, barely shifting. Realization hit like lightning. Someone had slipped into her car while she was clearing the branches. Lisa grabbed the door handle and stumbled out of the car, backing away as the man ran toward her vehicle. "Stay back," he yelled. "I'm calling the police." She stood frozen as the man locked the doors and pounded on the windows as if trying to intimidate whoever was inside. Flashing red and blue lights flooded the parking lot. Police officers surrounded her car, yanked the doors open, and pulled a man out of the back seat. His face was twisted into a sinister grin. Her greatest threat wasn't the one who had chased her, but the one who had hidden in the shadows, waiting.